Hey everybody, what's up? It's your boy DeAno Jackson. A lot of you have been asking for my Iron Man review, so this is going to be it. This review is going to be spoiler free, but for those of you that want something a little bit more in depth, really digging into the events of Iron Man 3, we will be doing a Geeks Around discussion on this within the next couple of weeks or so. It'll be here on this channel, so definitely keep an eye out for that. Alright, let's just go ahead and jump into things. There's been a lot of people that have been saying this is the best Iron Man movie to date. I do not agree with that by any stretch of the imagination. This is better than Iron Man 2, which, not very difficult because Iron Man 2 sucked for the most part. I mean, let's be honest. But it wasn't as good as Iron Man 1. So yeah, I put it right in the middle. Because there were a lot of things that I liked about this movie. It's like, this movie, of course, being based on the Extremis storyline from the comic books. And showing kind of Tony, the fallout that's happening with Tony Stark after the events of New York, in the Avengers, and having this grand adventure and seeing so many things. So it was really cool seeing a more personal aspect played out to it. Let's just go ahead and get this one out the way. There was a plot twist in the middle of the movie. For those of you that have seen it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And I absolutely hated it. Absolutely hated it. It shocked me that they were even doing it. It's like, I mean, it took me, actually, it's like during that scene, that scene in the house with the two women, you guys know what I'm talking about. It took me a second to actually accept that this is what they were doing. Is like, I was hoping like it was a ploy or something like that, but that's really what they did, and for me, that was not really the best way to handle things. I really wasn't a fan of that. I like the fact I liked seeing so many of the different Iron Man armors. It was cool during the last scene where Tony was constantly switching from one armor to another. That was cool. I wish we could have seen a little bit more of Tony Rhodes in the War Machine armor. I mean, Iron Patriot armor. Yeah, those of you that have been paying attention to my feed know that I'm not a really big fan of them taking the Iron Patriot armor and putting it on Rhodes. Yeah, Iron Patriot is Norman Osborn, as far as I'm concerned. So I really didn't agree with that choice, but I've gotten into that in the past over and over again, so I'm not really going to dig into that here. The armor is at least cool. I wish we would have seen a little bit more of it. It's like it would have been cool to see Iron Man and Iron Patriot working together and doing some things. That would have been cool, but that didn't happen. But still, the last scene was for a final battle, it was pretty cool. There were a lot of plot holes in this movie that really didn't make sense to me. It seems like that they were really trying to put a lot into this, and a lot of the threads that they were doing really didn't work out. So there's that. I really liked seeing Ben Kingsley as the Mandarin. I thought he did a good job with it. It's like, in spite, at first I didn't think it was the best role for him, but it's like I have to say he pulled it off. Guy Pearce is Aldrich Killian. That worked for me. It's like I think he brought. I think his villain in this kind of pushed Tony's character a little bit. So that much I liked. Everyone else here, throw away. Everything else was what it was. It's like, for those of you that want to know, is the movie good? Yes, it's good. It's like, I mean, you're going to go out to see it and you're going to enjoy it. It's just that, I don't know, coming from Avengers, this is a step down. And that's almost not fair to say, because it's Joss Whedon, for crying out loud. It's like, there's not many people that can follow something that Joss Whedon did. But still, it's like, this is the beginning of Marvel's Phase 2 movies. Because, Phase 1 was leading up to the Avengers. Now we're on to Phase 2. We have Iron Man 3 was the first one to kick that off. Thor Dark World is coming up next. And then Captain America, the Winter Soldier after that, and Guardians of the Galaxy, and building up for the next Avengers movie probably in a few years' time. So it's like, for a start for Phase 2, it worked for me. Spill.com style rating, because that's how I like to do it. I'm gonna go with 5th matinee. Definitely check it out in the theaters. It's a fun movie. You'll enjoy it. It didn't really hit all the high points that I would have liked, but still a quality movie. You should all check it out. Again, for the full discussion, where we break down all the plot points and really dig deep into this, pay attention to geeksaround.com for the details on when we'll be having that discussion. Anything else you got for me, you guys can always email me at geeksaround@gmail.com, and I'll see you next time.